Is it just me, or has it been like 2 years since 2025 started? I don't know about you, dude, but where I live, it's been closer to 0 degrees outside than 35. So I have been skating a lot of flat ground in my basement, which is not the most spacious. But now it's the last week of February, and for some reason it heats up to 55 degrees all of a sudden. So I'm getting outside. I've been shaking off the rust the past couple of days, just trying to get my groove back on my board. And today I want to check out this skate park, which is about an hour away in Pittsfield, Illinois. I've seen pictures of this place online and it looks pretty good. It's probably the most modern street plaza style park within a 1 hour radius of this area of the country.
So I'm not gonna lie, man, I like this park, especially compared to the other options that we have in this immediate area for skate parks. And when I say this area, I mean like under a 1 hour drive from here. However, this park is not exactly the biggest. I wish it was a little bit bigger because there are a variety of different obstacles here, but they're all squeezed into this small, tight amount of space. So there's not really a good flow to this park. It's kind of like a one-trick pony kind of park. After you do your one trick, you're already on the other side of the skate park. But like I said, there are a lot of good obstacles here. My favorite is this ledge here. This thing is really, really sick. It's not too tall, it's super long. It's perfect for getting tech on. The other day when I came here for the first time, there was a little bit of rust on the angle iron there, but after a light few coats of wax and some grinds, that ledge is going like 120% better than it was yesterday. This park also has the 5-stair rail and the hubba, and both of these things you could hit front side and backside. Neither one of them are tall to get onto at all, and you have more than enough runway on top to throw your board down and ollie onto either one comfortably. The handrail gets a little tall towards the end, but it's chill. The downside to these though are that the obstacles of the park and the street course, they're kind of right there, right when you land on the handrail or the hubba. The handrail, you kind of got to watch out for the ledge and the manual pad, and the hubba, same thing. You have like little narrow passageways to go through, so you got to be a little bit careful skating on. Like if you bail and fall into one of those ledges, that's gonna suck. But to be honest, if you're gonna be out in the streets skating a hubba or a handrail, there's gonna be other things, other obstacles that are getting in your way mentally. So you might as well lock in at the skate park. The manual pad here next to the ledge, it's also got angle iron on the side, so you could grind it. And the other side of the park has this bank thing that can also kind of be used as a hip on either side. I'll be honest, I'm not too sure what they were going for with that bank, but it's cool. And then you've got this bump to ledge thing, which when I came here yesterday, there were a lot of chunks missing out of that bump to ledge, especially where you'd be grinding. So I filled them in with some steel stick. I rub bricked the top of it again just to get that thing going nice and smooth. And I put lacquer all on top of it too. So I'm waiting for that lacquer to dry. It's somehow still not dry from yesterday, but another day or two, that thing should be brought back to life. Then the cherry on top, or the kicker, I should say, this absolutely enormous Euro gap, which I have no idea what it's really doing here. Now, let me turn the fisheye on. The kicker is literally a curb size tall, or 1 stair. And then there's a huge gap up this 4 stair, which this thing is pretty tall and it's long. I'll be honest, I don't really know what to make of that thing, but I have tried to get myself up there more than a few times since yesterday. I think I'm gonna give it another go. Big poppy time. That thing's crazy. Well, that took just about every little bit of pop that I have. It almost feels like it would be easier to kickflip than it would be to ollie though, for whatever reason. I'm gonna give it a few tries. So that bump to ledge over there, you can kind of see like in the middle, there's still quite a bit of chunks missing out of the ledge. And not like big chunks either, they're just like little tiny chunks. To be honest, I just ran out of steel stick the other day when I was filling them in. So it is sliding great. The grindability, it is grinding a whole lot better than it was before, but you do feel those chunks like right when you lock into the ledge at first. But after that, you're smooth sailing. And that's kind of the catch about this skate park. Like there are pros and cons to it. One of the major downsides to it being that it's so small, all of the obstacles are squeezed into that really small amount of space. So you really only get one trick before you're all the way across the park on the other side. And it has kind of like a street skating feel to it because all of the obstacles aren't perfect. You got that little chunky ledge. The handrail here, like it's not high to get on, but real quick, it gets completely stackable. I know I said that thing was chill before, but I was lying. It's actually very scary, pretty intimidating, especially with the challenges of, you know, the ledges on either side. But with that being said, the upsides are that the obstacles are more street focused than most of the parks around this area. And not for nothing, like this park is definitely family friendly. It's a safe place. There's like no litter even on the ground here. And they're like houses, like right over there, like 50 feet away from the skate park. So it's in a residential area and all the people over there, they seem like really chill and cool with the fact that the skate park's like in their backyard. So, you know, Pittsfield, Illinois seems like a pretty nice place to live. Everybody here is pretty friendly. I haven't had any problems and I've been skating here for days. But rating it out of all of the other skate parks I've been to across the country, just because of the size and like the fact that there is hardly any flow here, I would give this place a solid 3. Now I'll give it a 4 out of 10 just because the neighborhood is super friendly. But it could be so much more if they just expanded this skate park, even like doubled its size. It could be so much better.